Hello everybody, my name is Solo, welcome back to the channel, and today we are back here on Anime Rangers X. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think one of the biggest things that kind of has pulled me away from Anime Rangers X is due to the fact that like some of the content updates that have come out, I mean literally 9.0 only added one really, I guess, super interesting character, which is Ainz, which I don't have yet. That's what we're going to be doing in today's video. But the issue with it is there's been a lot of things that they have to change or fix, so on and so forth. For example, they just changed it so then the rerolls, which I talked about, these things are no longer actually in like use anymore, right? And that's just because like they're using regular rerolls, so on and so forth, you know. Very normal stuff, right? And so with them not using that rerolls anymore means that regular rerolls are kind of now the thing again, and we're kind of in a weird state of like everybody has too many, but also trying to get the new traits still is kind of mishmash of whether or not it happens. And it just feels like the progression in terms of the game has turned into very menial tasks. And one such thing is like Ainz. Ainz right now is literally get the 3 characters, Evo, or you don't even have to Evo, you just get the 3 characters with Albedo, Demo, and Shelter. And then you sit there and you do the like divine trial, which is, you know, one's elimination, one's activating burn, and then one's doing a bunch of damage, right? And then you do have to evo them, but you have to get a second copy for those. And then you get Ainz. Ainz, from what I heard, is not great, or at least from the initial release he's not great, but I'd have to double check that myself. And then the other 3 are just okay, as we have, well, better versions of some of those characters. For example, with Shelter, I believe she does stuff with Bleed, but we already have Ito who does a lot better with Bleed than her. So it's very much like they're trying to make it so then they matter, but it really doesn't matter as much as people would want it to. So in other news, Meme Defense has delayed their trailer for, I believe, 2 days. They have now delayed it, so it won't be coming out until Friday, which I think is interesting, seeming they've given us like nothing besides the like tests people participated in to really show off the game. So yeah, I think it's very interesting that we're delaying. And they said it's from unforeseen circumstances, so I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on either. So hopefully that goes well. It seems like it's an actual like contender to actually do things. But yeah, in this video we're going to get Ainz and try to get him evo'd and do all that fun stuff. If you guys notice a tiny dip in videos, it might be due to the fact that my eyes hurt right now. Well, not hurt, but they're weird right now. I just got my glasses for the first time. I've never worn glasses almost the entirety of my life up to this point, except for like once. And so now my brain does not like glasses right now, so I'm still adjusting, and I don't want to overhurt my like eyes and everything. So yeah, we're gonna keep that to a minimum. So if like there's only like 3 videos on certain days, that will probably be why. I'm gonna try to keep myself to a 3 to 4 video day schedule, like 3 to 4 videos a day schedule. With, if there are 4 videos, 2 of them will be members only until the day that they're supposed to go up, which I've been doing a lot more recently. So if you guys want to see videos as soon as they're uploaded, yeah, I do have channel memberships on if you desire and want to help out the channel and myself even more, or if you just want to wait all those videos come out on the same time that I normally have them come out. So yeah, just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, with that being said, our next task is to get burns and eliminations or takedowns from these characters. So we're gonna have to wait for that to happen, and we will see you guys when we get done with that. Okay, so we finally got the last piece done here. So that's good. Now we got to move on to making irons. So if you guys don't know how this goes, I will show you very quickly how it works. So you have to have all of these, and then you also have to claim the last one, which is the Overlord's Staff. And then, well, you won't have the quest anymore. Right? So anyway, you go all the way over here, you go to crafting, you hit Misc. And while there is Soltaire here, there is this guy. The Supreme Being, aka Ainz. And to make him, you need an Overlord Staff, Ring of Mana, Ring of Death, Ring of Life, Galtair, Demiurge or Albedo, and Craft. And there you go. The Supreme Being Ranger. So now we take a look at him. Let's take a look at his passive. So he has passive 1, Undying Dominion. Ainz attacks apply a Dominion tag for 30 seconds. Enemies under the Dominion are slowed by 20% and take 15% damage from Ainz and his subordinates for every enemy currently affected by Dominion. Ainz and his subordinates gain plus 2.5 damage, max 25%. Enemies that die while under Dominion grant 1 fallen down stack. Passive 2, Aura Concealment. Enemies entering Ainz range lose 1 ability damage per second to a max of 15%. If an enemy enters range with more than 5 times Ainz damage, Ainz unleashes his aura, stunning all enemies in range for 5 seconds and doubling the effects of Undying Dominion for 15 seconds. If at least 2 subordinates are in range, this passive automatically activates. It has a 30-second cooldown. Passive number 3. Each time Ainz uses an ability, he cycles through his commands. 1, 2, 3, loop. When a command activates, it removes all Dominion tags and performs its effect. Command 1, Halt. Stuns enemies in range for 8 seconds, or 12 if a boss subordinates hitting halted enemies grant plus 1 fallen down stack. Command 2, Control. Enemies marked by Dominion have a 25% chance to be converted into allies for 10 seconds, gaining 10% of Ainz's damage. Max 5 enemies per activation. That's a bottleneck right there. I can tell you that for sure right now. Max 5 enemies. If you've seen anything about the enemies in Anime Rangers X, this means nothing. Because 10% of Ainz's damage, if his normal damage without any like extra stuff on him is like 9.38, is just abysmal. Anyway. Command 3, Die. Deals 10 times Ainz's current damage to all enemies in range. Enemies slain by this command grant plus 2 fallen down stacks. Ultimate, Fallen Down. Activating Falling Down deals current damage times fallen down stacks to all enemies afterwards. Ainz is destroyed and cannot respawn for 60 seconds. The main effectiveness is doubled permanently. So what you're telling me is... Okay, I'm going to be super realistic with you guys right now. This is bad. And let me explain to you guys why this is bad. So one of the big things about how they've been doing characters is they keep setting characters up to nuke. That's the only thing we've gotten for like the past however many characters. It's very much like the way that it goes is just set character up for nuke, set character up for nuke. And this reads no different than any other character that is set up to nuke. For example, the fact that this has a 9999 second cooldown is, yeah, not great. B, the fact that it's based on his fallen down stacks, meaning that you have to do basically everything in here, including bringing his subordinates along, right? And not only that, it's literally designed to be a just nuke button. And you want to know what characters have actually done the nuke button before in this game? Let's see. Gappy has a nuke button with his ability to literally sit there and stack on himself with this, with no cap, right? Let's see, who else? Ito has some of the same stuff as well, being able to, well, ult and do a bunch of damage. One of the people who was used in lieu of Gappy being bad was this person, because they steal buffs, literally steal all allies' buffs in a range and apply them to this unit. This does not include the buff from passive 1. Like, very much so, this game has been boiled down to just preparing an enemy to drop a nuke on a boss or an area. There's no real uniqueness to it. It's just, what can we set up to just do a nuke over and over and over again? That's exactly where we're at now. It's just, how can we nuke the boss, right? And this derives from us trying to do it so fast. It derives from the devs literally programming almost every single good character to be a nuke in some way, shape, or form. All of them boil down to, hey, I'm a nuke character. And it's just, it's ridiculous. I get so tired of it, and I wish there was more depth to it, but in reality it just boils down to, hey guys, we're building to nuke. I'm glad that, you know, Ainz does have a, you know, character in the game. I don't like the fact that it seems like they really haven't been doing a lot of cosmetics for like the cool characters. Like Gappy, a beyond rarity, which is very rare currently, doesn't have a cosmetic. Gohan has a cosmetic, Gilgamesh doesn't. Dio has a cosmetic, and so does Ito, right? Aizen has one, Boros has one, but Ainz doesn't have one. You know? Very interesting, to say the least. But yeah, my opinion is that Ainz, he doesn't feel amazing. I'm gonna be honest, he feels like just the same thing over and over and over again. And that's basically the whole thing. We literally put in all the effort. Mind you, I took a big break in between part 1 and 2, which is the Evo, and then, you know, actually making Ainz. But it's just the effort you put in for other characters just to make another nuking character. That's it. Like, this game's depth stops at nuking characters. And that's really it. To literally build a team that can buff the nuking character and nuke. And that's it. That's literally how you would play the game, right? Kind of sucks, but yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, as always, hit the like button, comment down below what you guys think. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so then you guys never miss a video. And I hope you guys have a good day, stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.